I got that California.
Alright, so close friends and family, some of you guys have all caught on that we're getting ready to take a trip cross country with our Jeeps. That being said, we've been getting a million people asking us, where are you going, what are you doing, what's it all about? So we're going to try to explain some of that today, kind of tell you what we're out to do. For the most part, it's two friends heading cross country, trying to have a good time. But there are some goals and objectives. So, Bob, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Bob. I'm from Michigan, born and raised. I met Ken 12 years ago when I bought my Jeep. Became really good friends over the last 3 or 4 years, hanging out at the shop and getting a lot of work done, and it's kind of turned into a friendship. But yeah, so I live in Lansing, Michigan. I have a full-time job. The Jeep is just for fun. My wife and I, and now the kids, take a lot of road trips and head all over Kentucky, New York, Pennsylvania. From the day that I bought my Jeep, I always said I was going to drive it cross country, and it's taken 12 years, but finally getting the chance. And Ken's coming with me and helped out a lot. So that's me, I guess. Ken, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Ken. I own All Pro Auto and Off-Road in Lansing, Michigan. As we're going to be on our trip here in April, that'll actually be my 20th year in business, focusing mostly on Jeep repair. Like Bob said, we met a long time ago. Started off as just a traditional customer type relationship, but as with my industry and this being my hobby, it's easy to make friendships with my customers because we obviously have something in common. Just developed into something pretty cool. We have a lot of fun together. We've done some wheeling trips together. This is by far going to be our biggest trip together, so I hope he can put up with me for 30 days.
There's a good, I keep telling my wife that it's a good thing that we're taking 2 separate Jeeps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like with any friendship, if you get too close, it could be bad, right?
It could be really bad. Or it could be really good, depending on what your goals are.
Yeah, so anyway, okay, so Ken, next question. Tell us a little bit about your Jeep. What do you bring?
I have multiple Jeeps. I have a yellow Jeep Cherokee, not driving that stupid thing all the way across country. It's built strictly for rock crawling. It drives like crap, and I have no interest in re-engineering it. But our shop just bought a brand new 18 JL. The 2018 JLs, they just came out a little while ago. They're pretty sweet. 2019s are already hitting the floors and people are already buying those. We bought the Rubicon Edition. We did a whole bunch of upgrades to it. We've done 7 or 8 different lift kits. We finally settled on the Rusty's off-road kit just for this trip. We're going to beat the crap out of his stuff and see how it holds up. So what about your Jeep?
I have a 97 TJ Wranglers, first year of the TJ model. It is far from stock. And in fact, we're going to do some walk-around videos of our Jeeps prior to the trip. So be on the lookout for those. They'll come. But yeah, it's just a little 2-door 97 TJ. It's got the stock motor. Axles and stuff are built. Like I said, I bought it used. I'm the 3rd owner. I bought it with, 50,000 miles on it 12 years ago.
It's got 3 times that now?
It's got 3, yeah, I don't drive it much. It's not a daily driver. I average about 3,000 miles-ish a year. Again, just driving on these trips with my wife. We do a lot of Jeep jamborees and off-roading trips. Ken and I went to Kentucky with the family last year. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's like I said, far from stock. We've done a lot of work to it over the years. We did a really big build 3 years ago, I think, is when we built all my axles and
did the metal cloak.
Did the metal cloak, rock sliders and fenders, front and rear, and
yep.
A lot of other stuff. But yeah, look out for those videos that are going to be dropping here in the next few days. One for each of our Jeeps, and you'll see, kind of how they're built and what we got on them.
So, why do you want to go on the trip? What's the whole reason?
Well, like I said, I bought the Jeep 12 years ago. I actually bought it The week after, or maybe 2 weeks after my wife and I got married. And I think the first thing I said to her as I was driving it home was, I'm driving this thing cross country. It's been to the Atlantic, I want to drive it. And
how many years ago was that?
That was 12 years ago.
Wow.
Almost 12 years ago.
Nothing like putting off a good thing.
Yeah, so, but I told her, I was like, I'm driving this thing cross country. Now I did say with the top and doors off, which is not going to be happening on this trip, but that's fine.
There's bears and cougars.
There's bears
and
and rain, you know, maybe snow, I don't know. We'll encounter a lot of different things.
Elements.
But yeah, the elements. But you know, one of the things I always want to do is head out west. I have seen, you know, inside of casinos in Vegas. I saw the inside of a hotel in San Francisco, and that's about it as far as out west goes. I haven't really spent much time west of Chicago, unfortunately. So, you know, really looking to explore and go see, you know, the country, I guess. So, how about you? Why do you want to go on a trip?
I like anything where I can be in climates that allow flip-flops. So I love traveling. I have traveled a lot. I have seen the vast majority of the United States. A lot of it's been on motorcycle though. Jeeps is probably my #1 hobby. So I've always wanted to go out west with a Jeep and like do Rubicon Trail and do all these really cool things out west. Logistically, it's tough because of living so far northeast. To drive all the way out there takes X amount of time. To enjoy those activities takes X amount of time, then you have to get home. So it takes a lot of time. To find a companion to be able to travel with that can afford to take the time off of work and the financial burden and have a Jeep capable of doing such is actually a difficult combination to match. And then you also have to find somebody you don't mind being with for, you know, that long of a period of time. So it just never really worked out for me. And then when my business was in its infancy, it wasn't necessarily always in the checkbook to either do it also. And my kids were young, so now my kids are older, business is a little better. You know, the business is finally matured to a point where it's allowed me the opportunity to leave. We have a really good shop manager that can run the shop while I'm gone. So just kind of, it's like all the stars lined up, you know. I really want to go out west and see a bunch of the cool trails. It's not even necessarily about going out and conquering all the biggest obstacles in the country. It's just maybe just going to see something. You know, we're going to probably run into a lot of stuff we can't even do.
Yeah.
So I don't expect to be able to conquer everything. I'd like to at least go see it.
So speaking of that, what are some of the things that you want to see out west?
You know, probably the one thing I'm the most geeked about seeing is probably the dumbest. I want to see this.
Wait. I have been hearing about this since we've been planning this trip for a year. He's been talking about this. So go ahead, Ken, Mr. I build Jeeps for a living. I have 14 Jeeps. What is the one thing you want to see on a Jeep trip out west?
I want to see the stupid teepees on Route 66. I want to see that stupid hotel. I might be stupid. I don't know. But I've always seen pictures, and I've never been able to see the teepee hotels on Route 66. That being said, I am looking forward to the typical Johnson Valley Rubicon Trail in Moab. Who doesn't want to go see those things? I think we're going to find some amazing foods and cuisines down there. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of Coronas involved. But yeah, I want to go see the stupid teepee hotel. And if they're really cool, I want to stay the night. If they're not, we'll just keep going.
Absolutely.
I have no idea. What about you?
Well, I want to see, again, I didn't know about these teepees until he's been talking about them for a year. I did see the movie Cars, so they were in there, right?
Yeah,
so,
traffic cones.
Traffic cones. So anyway, you know, that sounds fun.
No, it doesn't.
I want to ride, ride on Route 66 again, the Mother Road. I have never experienced that. It's something I've always wanted to do. All right, so Ken, any expectations that you have for this trip?
Well, because as much as I've mentioned the teepee hotels, you keep talking about tacos. Bob keeps saying, no matter where we go, I want tacos. I want tacos. All right, well, damn it, now I want tacos. I expect a lot of good food. I do expect some good food. I know.
I'm no stranger to food.
Nope. Nope, I am not built like I once was. I'm in shape if round is a shape. So I just expect a good time, expect good foods. I know we've got our A or B fridge freezers, so we'll be able to pack up some steaks and be able to do some good food on the trail. Plenty of adult beverages. I expect to have fun with the Jeeps. I expect to be able to go out and have a good challenge and put them through their paces and really work the Jeeps hard. That being said, we have to be realistic with our expectations as far as what we're going to do with our Jeeps. If we get to an obstacle that's just asinine, we might have to pull a cable or go around it, because we've still got multiple thousands of miles of road and trails to go. And I don't want to be in Arizona with something stupid broken from trying to be an idiot and doing crap we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have to keep our expectations somewhat in check. We're not trailing them. There's no trucks. There's no trailers. We are driving all the way there. We are driving all the way back. We're driving them.
Yeah. One thing I don't know if we even mentioned on here, so we're going to be gone, leaving here in a few weeks, going to be gone pretty much, most of the month of April. It is an overlanding trip, right? So you mentioned the ARB fridges.
Yep.
Some Coronas, possibly some steaks. We'll be camping out of our Jeeps for pretty much the entire time. We plan on getting hotels on occasion.
Yep.
It'd be nice to shower, for a month, but, anyway, so expectations that I have along that, again, it's, seeing the outdoors and just experiencing it. Living out of my Jeep, that'd be, kind of interesting. Again, you have a 4-door Jeep, so you have a little bit more space than
I got a hammock that actually fits in mine.
I'm going to try to sleep in mine. I don't know if it's going to work. I may just be reclining the driver's seat, so then we may be getting hotels a little bit more frequently. But
or we'll have to hook his hammock from his bumper to my bumper.
Yeah, if it's not too cold. I do have a Sub-Zero sleeping bag.
And I'm not the same one because it's pretty awesome.
So I shouldn't freeze, but there's the whole wildlife thing, mountain lions and
they don't scare me. All I have to do is shoot you in the leg and I'll run you.
Christine's not too thrilled about that. Yeah, you can't be the slowest one. So,
I'm the smoker, I'm probably screwed.
I told him I'd trip him anyway if the time came. I'm not against that. So
do you have any concerns or hesitations?
I do have some concerns, right? So again, I drive my Jeep maybe 2,000 to 3,000 miles a year. This trip is going to be 7,500 miles we're planning in the course of 3.5-ish weeks with weekends. So that's kind of frightening. It's not been driven that much, since I've owned it in 12 years. So
you're going to find out how amazingly comfortable your 1997 seat is.
that too.
That being said, I put 15,000 miles on our shop Jeep this year. I have heated seats, heated steering wheel.
I do have heated seats. I don't have a heated steering wheel. We'll figure that part out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those seats are not comfortable, and as Ken knows, I have been looking at, what should I do for a replacement, but really there's just no time. I mean, we're leaving in less than 2 weeks.
Literally less than 2 weeks now.
So, I'm just going to run with what I brung, which is a 22-year-old, very uncomfortable seat when it was new.
It's just got even better.
It's screws, is that, okay, I don't know if we're swearing, but anyway, so it's conformed to my buttocks.
Potty mouth.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, so any concerns or hesitations you have?
No, not a whole lot. I mean, my Jeep's pretty good, so my only concern, it is a newer style Jeep, so if there are any issues,
I'm taking to the nearest dealer.
I'm reliant on the nearest dealer that's probably incapable of dealing with anything.
How are you going to feel about that if something happens that somebody else is going to be working on your Jeep?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. If it's under warranty, I don't care about it. I pretty much voided the warranty on about 85% of my Jeep already.
That's a good point.
If something on your Jeep breaks or my Jeep breaks, hopefully we can get a hold of one of our suppliers. Luckily through the business, I got a lot of good contacts. There's a lot of amazing companies out there that will help us out. Pretty much I figured we're going to be at a hotel and the next day airing parts in, regardless of cost, because you have to do what you have to do. And there's a million repair facilities along the country that could assist us in fixing anything. So I'm not overly worried about that crap.
What about bears? Are you scared of bears?
Nope, not at all.
Mountain lions?
No,
snakes?
I'm not getting out of the car. Wildlife doesn't bother me so bad. I'm an avid outdoors. I like hunting and fishing and all those types of things. I only like fishing in the oceans though. So I'm not totally worried about wildlife. I guess my biggest fear is if we're out on the trail for 3 days, I really don't want to run out of beer. That's actually probably my more legitimate concern is make sure we're staying hydrated with barley infused water.
We do have 2 ARB fridges. We each have one. So we were talking about
one for
drinks
food.
and one for food. So we can bring a few days worth of beverages for us. So.
I don't think I have any major concerns for the most part.
Yeah. So what are you going to do if one of the Jeep breaks down? I know we kind of talked about it, but if we're on a trail and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, what do we do?
Well, hopefully I can just use some ingenuity between the two of us to get us off the trail. Worst case scenario, we'll drag it out or whatever we're going to do to get to the nearest hotel so we can order some parts in. For the most part, though, we have been spending the last 6 months going through his Jeep from head to toe, and we've been building the JL. Obviously, mine's a lot newer, so I didn't have to do a lot of the more maintenance type things we did to his to prepare for the trip. So I don't anticipate a lot of issues. But I'm not naive enough to think that we're going to travel across all the country and not have issues. So we're going to be taking your typical tools and spare parts and crap that you would take for pretty much any trip. And if it's outside of that, it's going to have to be a Visa or a MasterCard to fix the problem. And that's all it boils down to. If we're across the country, Visa, MasterCard to the rescue.
Yeah, no problem at all, right? So,
what are you taking with you? What are you going to pack into that little baby Jeep?
Yeah, my little baby Jeep is going to be overflowing and busting at the seams. I've got, you said spare parts. I've got a whole tote full of spares and fluids and all sorts of stuff.
He's pretty much going to raid my parts. He's going to steal crap and borrow it for 30 days.
I already have. And then I got, big toolkit I'm bringing, an impact gun, a bunch of camping gear, camping supplies. I got my hammock, my sleeping bag. I got chairs, a little portable table. All sorts of stuff. We got bear spray that Ken's making fun of me that I'm bringing bear spray.
That is comical.
Hope to not use it, but it can be used for a lot of things.
So if it's dark out, you're hairy, I might spray you with it.
I was gonna say that I do owe Ken. So when was it? In December.
I know what you're talking about.
Ken sprayed me in the face with my fire extinguisher, so I do owe him some paybacks. And about 3.5 weeks in, when we're in Utah, I don't know if there's a lot of bear in Moab, but if we haven't used it yet, I'll probably spray Ken with it just to get a good laugh out of it.
I don't know what he's talking about. I think that sounds malicious.
That sounds malicious. What else? That's about all. I'm bringing knives. I always carry knives with me.
Protection.
Gotta have something with me.
Call that a knife?
A lot of camera gear, right?
Yeah,
so got drones. 1 million cameras between the two of us, and all sorts of stuff. So
we got, let's see, we got 7 GoPros, 2 different Canon DSLR cameras, GoPros, mounts, drones,
all
computers,
sorts of stuff.
hard drives, so we can store all the footage.
Yeah, we'll be making. I think we were talking about probably doing some sort of like a daily update video. On where we're at. We'll be posting, a little bit throughout the trip, but mostly when we come back and we have a little bit of a chance to edit and stuff like that.
Yep,
so
that's all on him.
Yeah. Anyway, what kind of gear are you bringing?
1 Visa and 1 MasterCard and a lot of beer. I'm not bringing a whole lot.
That'll get you through, most of the trip.
Right, that'll get me through most of the trip. I'm not gonna bring a whole lot except for just the typical things like you said. ARB, fridge, freezer. Bring my camping gear. As far as camping gear, I'm really not bringing a whole lot because I think you said you bring most of the cooking stuff.
Yep.
Because we've already decided that if the Jeep breaks, that's my problem. He has to feed us stuff.
Dinner.
Because if I have to cook,
what are we eating every night? We already talked about this. What am I bringing?
Steak.
I'm bringing
steak.
We're bringing about 32 steaks. That should last us at least a week and a half, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then we'll figure it out after that, right?
Yeah, we'll go buy more steaks.
I'm sure we'll go buy more steaks along the way. But
absolutely. And tacos.
Steak tacos. Steak burgers. Steak fajitas.
Steak burritos for breakfast.
It's like the
steak and beer. We'll be all right. We'll survive. So I'm not bringing any of the really cooking type stuff, so I'll probably try to double up on some of the stuff we could use for our Jeeps. And then just typical camping stuff and, clothes and that kind of crap and some spare parts. And I don't really have any spare parts for the JL. I just really hope it doesn't break. If it does, we'll drive the 22-year-old Jeep out.
With 1 seat, because I am not bringing a passenger seat because I need to fit my stuff in there.
I will sit next to the ARB and keep the beer safe.
So Ken, we said we're going to be doing some update videos along the way.
Yep.
When we get back, where can we see some of your stuff?
So for the most part, it's going to be tough to edit video and put it out more on the trail. So we'll do most of that when we get back. But I will be updating the Facebook page, which is All Pro Auto and Off Road on Facebook. I'll be doing some updates on there, small little video clips, just little tidbit teaser kind of stuff. And we'll probably be putting some on my personal page too as we go. So that's pretty much that. And then when we get back, I'll probably try to even put some on Instagram. I struggle with Instagram because I just always forget about it. And that's APA Lansing on Instagram. So we'll probably just do some updates as we go. Most of the video I think we're gonna do when we get back, right?
Yeah. All the daily vlogs we'll edit, when we have time. I know we talked about maybe trying to do them while we were there, but then the more we thought about it, it takes a long time to edit the videos, and
it cuts into the taco and the beer time.
It cuts down into the fun time, right? So we'll probably just take as much video as we can, organize it as best we can, and then deal with the actual vlogging videos when we get back, right?
Well, the problem is when you're on a trail, you only got so much time per day, and you got so much daylight, and you've got to make headway on your mileage. And at the same point in time, it's easy to tie up 2, 3, 4 hours in shooting video.
Yeah.
So you've got to try to find that happy balance. So to be able to post it while on the trail, we're just not gonna have time.
Yeah. Plus, we probably are going to be in some remote locations and.
Might not be able to get
no Wi-Fi. Yeah, no, it might not even be cell phone signal where we're going to be going in some of these places. So we'll see. But
we'll just use flares.
We use flares.
Yep. Send
it via mail. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, so and then my stuff will be on my Instagram page and YouTube page, which is both the same, Greek Boy 515. You'll see it on a sticker that Ken loves on the side of my Jeep. No,
you have a lot of stickers. I don't know which one.
It is one of them. He don't like my stickers. I like my stickers. Anyway, so I'll be posting, Instagram, probably, a little bit every day anyway, I would imagine. Maybe not. Depends on cell phone signal. And
he's big on Instagram. I like Facebook better.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then we'll both be putting our videos on YouTube. For the most part, it'll be a lot of the same videos, but then we'll probably do some individual stuff, when we get back as well, so on and so forth. So,
totally.
Anything else?
No. You scared yet?
Anything else?
You scared or excited?
I am very excited. Like I said, I've been wanting to go on this trip for a long time. It is real. It got real for me yesterday when I was like, oh, it's less than 2 weeks and I have not packed all of my stuff, and I don't even know if it's going to fit in my Jeep yet. So
I got room we haven't even used yet.
Yeah,
because I did kind of semi-pack mine in there. We got room.
We got plenty. So, but no, I'm very excited. I am ready to go. I wish I could go today.
Yes.
I hope my Jeep makes it most of the way there, if not all the way there, and some of the way back would be nice.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. One way or the other, it'll make it back.
So, I think that pretty much covers most of the basis. I think it kind of gives you an idea of what we're shooting for, what we're going for, what our goals and objectives are. Most part, just to have a darn good time, see what the Jeeps can do, see the world, or at least our part of the world, and have fun.
Yeah, follow along.
Yeah. We'll keep
Instagram,
you guys posted.
Facebook,
Yep, we'll keep you posted.
YouTube, everything.
Cool.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
See you guys.
That's it.